Hello, Elven Warrior here. Welcome back to today's video. Okay, so today I'm going to do a bit of an overview of my Imrik 25 turn guide video. So I'm just going to obviously just show you and talk through about some of the things what to do. So basically the faction effects. So basically his thing for this campaign is dragon taming. So he seeks out the secrets of the mighty dragons or defeats them for their allegiance. So basically you get this mechanic when this comes, so there's 4 more turns till the next one. A dragon will show, you go to it, and then basically you have a number of options, and one of them's to fight it. If you fight the dragon and you win the battle, then that dragon will join your fight. It's recruitable. And then or there's other options, you can get influence and stuff like that, or other bonuses and whatnot. It's pretty good. Also the invocation, they've got 2 different rights. So if I just show you those, this is really bloody good. So basically it enables flaming attacks all armies. It provides extra armor for those units, and the Vol's hammer ability, which is also, it's the same as normal but it's good, but this is really good as well. It provides +3 breaths for all dragon units, so an extra 3, because it was certainly handy when I did my battle at Flayed Rock. I certainly needed it there. And also he has a recruitment duration -1 turn for dragon and dragon prince units, so that's really good. Dragons take a while anyway to recruit, so that just shaves a turn off it, so that's pretty good. So as a faction is himself, he's quite a difficult start, but I've managed to get a really good, I managed to do a really good job on my 25 turn start, because look, by 25 turns we've completed this province, and we have completed this province as well. We've got 2 full provinces, and we are not even at war with anyone, not even Malice yet, but that's literally the next target to go for. So as you can see, my army build, I've gone for archers, because on this difficulty, especially legendary, archers are pretty much the most effective way to kill your units, because you go into melee, you're gonna lose, because the AI gets so many bonuses and stuff like that. It's the only way to kill them fairly or easily is with archers. So yeah, definitely you want, in Imrik's army, you definitely want a fire mage. He's got some awesome abilities, and especially when you can put him on a sun dragon, and if you combine that with the incendiary trait, so get the incendiary one, he packs an absolute punch. So whenever I can get an incendiary one on this campaign, I'll definitely be swapping him out, but for the time being he's going to provide his usefulness. So in the beginning, what I did in the beginning, as you see in the video, I replaced these for growth buildings. So basically you want to grow this to at least this state for the time being. So now it, obviously as you can see now, there's no growth buildings. We're focusing on stabilizing it. So you want to get to at least all of them to tier 3, and then you just want to stabilize them, because you don't want to keep coming back to dealing with revolts. I know the garrison can handle it, but the garrison's also there to deal with any enemy armies that may come. Grimgor's over here, he may declare war soon. There's still Skaven here. Even the dwarfs might come back, but luckily this time they haven't declared war again yet, so that's fine. Obviously once I've dealt with Malice, they'll be next, just to wipe them out. And then just as you can see here, this is exactly what I'm saying you need to do. You need to just build them up. This province is safe now, you don't need any walls here. Well, the only one that's not safe is Shattered Cove and Pig Barter, but just focus on the growth, get them up to tier 3, and then once obviously this one's built, public order here, I'll probably build public order there, and I definitely will there, just to maintain it, so we can obviously leave the region and come and deal with malice and know that that's safe. So we'll know that this region, like, obviously won't rebel, because obviously the garrison can't handle that. It's still only 8, but if you get the public order buildings in there, and then you can just come down here and then take these one at a time and get rid of malice. Once he's gone, like I said, your attention's over here now. You can either like finish off the dwarfs, claim this province as well, claim both of these, and then you've got you'll have 4 full provinces. Then you'll have all of this, and just build all that up, take your money, like get some good money out of it. You could go occupy that, but that'd just be too much trouble than it's worth. There's just too much like vampiric corruption there to begin with, so that's probably something for later on. So as for like lord traits, so there's some good ones, some really good ones, some personal ones that I like to go for. So on the archmages, let's see if we can find one. Basically, like I said, for a fire mage, incendiary is really good. Conductor, I like to go for that one, because as you can see, you get that spell, Uranus Thunderbolt upgraded. You get that because it's a heavens magic, and you get that as well. You get the miscast base chance reduction, which is good, and you get extra winds of power reserve, which is always helpful as well, especially for your armies. And also administrator, I like administrator, it's really good. So there you go. So it just reduces the construction cost and time, which is pretty good. As for the princes, I don't think there's any here that I want. Yeah, there is actually. Resistant, there's one which is very good to get for your armies. Also efficient. If you get an efficient one, it reduces the upkeep for pretty much most of the units that you're going to use, like bolt throwers, Sisters of Avalon, spearmen, archers and stuff like that. It's really good. And also as well, for an Imrik campaign as well, especially, there's one that's got a trait called Dragon Willed. That's basically obviously an Imrik style one, because it's a guy for a dragon army. Basically gets upkeep reduction for dragons, minus 20% I believe, and stuff, and other bonuses as well. It's really good. Sort of princesses, that one there is a fantastic one. Punitive, so you get the missile resistance minus 10 for local enemy armies, so it makes them prone to, like, more vulnerable to missiles, and then that missile strength as well for pretty much all archer units available to you. Also, another trait which is quite a good one for a princess is Ardent. So if it's, I've not seen it in the new patch, but basically it had upkeep reduction for archers, and also increased range for like Lowland Sea Guard and that as well. So it just, it gives them even more range and makes them even cheaper. So it's pretty good. So I can't see any of them, but so basically for the heroes, for the handmaidens, again another good trait is resistant. Does the similar thing as that Lord one there. So it does similar to that, but it's just not as good. It's like +5 melee defense and then +5 missile resistance and magic resistance, something like that. It's pretty good. Another good trait for handmaidens is entrepreneur. So basically you get your good province, and then you just leave her in there, and then she'll make you even more money. So as for a noble now, basically a good trait for that is frugal. That gives you the upkeep reduction, so minus 15% on your upkeep reduction. So if you're gonna stick a noble in an army, make sure it's a frugal, and it just makes it 15% cheaper. It's pretty good. And then if you combine that with let's say these, so quartermaster, renowned and feared, it works out to be 20, and so there's 23% that Imrik gets off his army. He's already got 25% off for dragons, so he's nearly at 50. In fact, yeah, he's nearly at 50% for dragons. That's why the dragon there is so cheap. You chuck another 15% on top of that, and then combine that with the technology, 5% there. You know, you're well on your way there to having really cheap dragons. The mages. They also have entrepreneur as well, so again they're another one that you can just put. You're more likely to come across the mages though, because obviously there's like, look, there's how many of them now, and then you've got all these to have a chance of like entrepreneur. So like, look, there's one there. I know these are the art mages, but just as an example, it's exactly the same for the normal mages. So let's just have a look. So far there's only been one. There's two. So you've got a choice of like, you should always be able to get a mage entrepreneur. It's just being able to have the capacity now is the trouble. Also for mages, I like Conductor. So if you're gonna shove a mage in an army, I will have a Conductor Mage, because obviously all those same stats you've seen before, that spell. So that Uranus Thunderbolt, the miscast base chance. So if you're overcasting your better spells, there's less chance of it backfiring, and also that power reserve increase as well is really good. You definitely want that. Like I said, so unless it's like for a dragon army, you definitely want a fire mage in there as well, and then get a because you want. So I will be adding a life mage in here. So, and then a fire mage that's incendiary, because he'll be an absolute beast. And then for the lore masters now, basically you want the same trait Conductor, but it's slightly different on the lore masters. Basically it enables them to have arcane conduit, because the lore masters don't normally get arcane conduit, but they only get it if you have that trait, so that's really good, and it also increases your power reserve as well again. So as a magic focused army, that's definitely what you want if you go down that route. Another good one as well is Fecund. So basically you could just use them, because depending how you use your lore masters, you could just use them to help grow province. So basically they provide a faction wide bonus and then a local province bonus, which is larger. So yeah, and also the handmaidens can get that as well, but they can boost it even more because they have the stimulate growth skill as well. So technically the handmaidens are better to do it, but there's also other jobs for the handmaidens to do, whereas the lore masters have only got like, probably I only have them for like 2, maybe 3 jobs, so that's alright. So I've covered all basically the base bit. Obviously the technology tree, you start off obviously with the first one, and then you just unlock. You need certain buildings to unlock as you go. So as you can see, this is my early game composition, and then basically when I'm able to recruit dragons and I've got required heroes and stuff like that, I will be swapping this for an all dragon army for Imrik. So like, yeah, I think he's on his, no, he's not on his dragon yet, but yeah, be getting his dragon, and then having a fire mage on a dragon. It'll just be the life mage that'll be on horse, because you need one ground unit, and then the rest will be dragons. So that'll be Imrik's late game army. And then yeah, so my plan now is he's going to come down to pick barter, and then once he's recovered, just wait there to see if Malice comes. If he doesn't, then obviously head down and then just take the dreaded rock, and then just, like I said, just come all the way down here, mop all this up, make sure he's destroyed, and then come back and then just go over to Plane of Bones, because these two should be safe. They shouldn't get attacked. So, and then yeah, like I said, you could come deal with this province then, the Wolflands, deal with that, and then it'll be time to go to war against the Greenskins, I think. So, and then at least if you wall these 2 provinces up, and then like I said, these two should be safe unless someone comes from down here. But even still, like, you should be able to get back here in time, because it might take them a while to get over to Pigbarter or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. And then so as for the settlement composition, let's just use these for example. So over here, I'd be building, so Shattered Cove, yeah, you want to get some embassies, definitely get that continuous influence. So I would probably build that as well, just for the extra money. And then Pigbarter, Haunted Forest. Haunted Forest, I'll go for this. The Woodsman Hut, I'll get that. The Embassy, and probably Public Order. And then Pigbarter will be Craftsman, Public Order, and the Embassy. So that'll be the most of the minor settlements. If there isn't a special building, that'll be the composition. So it'll be like money, Public Order, and money, and then that for mainly for the influence. Because if there isn't a port in the region, then it's kind of pointless in building it. But now they've added that extra influence per turn, it definitely makes it worthwhile getting. And then if you do have any trade, you get an extra 5% income from it, so you'll be even richer. If you have, like, put it this way, if you have 4 in each, like I'll be intending to have 4. So Flayed Rock, how I'm going to have that is, you could build walls, but it's pretty safe. So in here I'll have money, Public Order, the Elven Gardens, the Embassy, and then I will go for the Mage Tower, probably the Dragon Building, and then the Handmaiden's Gallery. So then that's the full 8 slots there, and that'll be replicated pretty much in most slots like that. Or if it's in like a bit of a touchy spot, then build the walls just to provide that decent garrison and stuff like that, and the improved towers. So that's pretty much how my settlements are going to look like late game. So like, yeah, this has got this for now. Like, see, look, this has got a special building, so just replace that will just replace that. For one, it just earns more money. 300, and yes you can get obviously more from your trade, but we ain't trading with anyone just yet, so pointless. So there we go. I think hopefully I've covered everything for you. So if you've enjoyed this video or found it useful, don't forget to shove a like on the video, just so I know you're enjoying it and that it's been useful and you want me to do more of them. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So yeah, I hope you enjoy Imrik's campaign, and I hope I've shown you a way to make it enjoyable and to make it a lot easier for yourself. The first 25 turns are definitely a slug. Once you get rid of Eshin, though, it'll be a lot easier dealing with Malice. The only problem about Malice is Malice himself is an absolute tank. But just take it easy. Just one settlement and one army at a time. Just don't leave yourself exposed. That's pretty much all the help I can give you now. So go out there and find some dragons and burn some dark elves now. So okay, I'll see you for the next video then.